around 30 degrees north latitude of the Earth. There are many mysterious and interesting natural phenomena, like the Mississippi River in the United States, the Nile in Egypt, the Euphrates in Iraq, the Yangtze River in China. Both enter the sea at 30 degrees north latitude. The tallest Mount Everest on Earth, and the deepest Mariana Trench in the Western Pacific, also around 30 degrees north latitude. Traveling along the 30 degrees north latitude of the Earth, you will encounter numerous marvelous natural landscapes, as well as many puzzling and mysterious phenomena. It is precisely these phenomena that embody the information of Earth's civilization. It kept me in a nightmare of extreme excitement for years. In this dimension, there are plenty of wonders. Nature's mysteries happen all the time, like the Qiantang River tide in China, Huangshan Mountains in Anhui, Mount Lushan in Jiangxi, Mount Amei in Sichuan, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Dead Sea in Jordan, the Pyramids and Sphinx of ancient Egypt, Mural of Vulcan and Tinder in the Sahara Desert of North Africa, Bermuda in the Caribbean Sea, and the ruins of the ancient Maya civilization. It can be said that it is near the 30th parallel north latitude, or on this dimensional line. Strange things are countless. Recognized as 6,300 kilometers. China's Yangtze River is currently 6,211.3 kilometers. It has been recorded in history that it dried up abruptly twice. It is utterly perplexing. 1342 AD. In Taixing County, Jiangsu Province, the Yangtze River that has never stopped flowing for thousands of years suddenly dried up overnight. The next day, residents along the river flocked to the river to collect the debris. And suddenly the tide comes. Many people were drowned. January 13, 1954 at around 4 p.m. This strange phenomenon has reappeared in Taixing County. It was pale yellow. The river suddenly dried up and stopped flowing. The ship on the river ran aground. After more than 2 hours, the river is surging down again. In the lower reaches of the western section of Zinanjiang Huangshan City, Anhui Province, among the rolling mountains of the south bank, lush trees. There are 36 ancient grottos in the mountain stream standing around the river. The cave is huge. Weird structure. Stratified laminate. Caves within caves, the water ripples gently. Circuitous. Some stone pillars soar to the sky. Fantasy mystery. There are no murals in the cave. No Buddha. There's no text. The cave, named number 35, is 170 meters deep, covering an area of 12,000 square meters. The more than 100,000 cubic meters of stone quarried alone is enough to pave a highway from Huangshan City to Hangzhou City. April 16, 1945. More than 2,000-ton Japanese transport ship Kobe Maru drive to the waters of Leoi Temple in the northwest of Poyang Lake, Jiangsu. Suddenly disappeared silently. None of the more than 200 people on board escaped. Afterwards, the Japanese Navy sent people to dive into the lake for reconnaissance. Among the people who went into the water, except for Yamashito Ichiaki, all other personnel had mysteriously disappeared. After Yamashito Ichiaki took off his wetsuit, he looked terrified. And then he went insane. After the victory of the anti-Japanese war, the famous American diving expert Edward Bowe, a group of people came to Poyang Lake. After months of salvage, still nothing. Except for Edward Bowe. Several American divers have gone missing here again. After 40 years, Edward Bowe had finally revealed to the world for the first time his distraught experience at the bottom of Poyang Lake. Within a few days, 3 guys and I were a couple of miles down. After searching for this Kobe Maru, no trace was found. Where is this behemoth? As we continued our search northwest along the lake bed, suddenly, a dazzling white light flashed not far away. Shoot at us fast. Suddenly, a violent vibration appeared at the bottom of the calm lake. The loud sound of thunder roared in my ears. A powerful attraction holds us tightly. I was dizzy. White light rolls on the bottom of the lake. My 3 diver companions were also drawn by the white light and drifted away with the current. I fought my life to get out of the water. This was in Poyang County on the banks of Lake Poyang in Jiangxi Province. Yujia Village, Lianhu Township. Villager Zhu Manshan Xu Sengshan's home. Fires kept breaking out for no reason. Red sparks linear in motion. Every fire was weird. Flammable things didn't burn. Non-flammable objects caught fire. And no matter how big the fire was, put it out with a little water each time. The 23rd of March to the 6th of April, 1995. More than 20 unexplained fires, both major and minor, had broken out at the Zhu family's property, the city of Babylon on the east bank of the Euphrates River, about 100 kilometers south of Baghdad, the capital of Iraq. Here stands an old Tower of Babel. The locals called it Antarctica of Ape-Man. It means the basic dwelling place of heaven and earth. But why built the Tower of Babel? It was the tomb of the slave monarchs. Or was it an ancient place for astronomical observation? So far no one has been able to answer. In the Lebanese village of Baalbek, there is a ruins of a primitive tribe. Its outer walls are made of 3 huge stones. Each piece is over 1,000 tons. That's 1 million kilograms. A single stone alone is enough to build 3 5-story buildings, each measuring 6 meters wide and 12 meters deep. And the wall thickness is up to 30 centimeters. How were these 3 boulders transported at that time? Nobody knows. In Italy, near Lake Nabarus and Lake Vale, there are 2 valleys of death, endangering birds and beasts. It poses no threat to human life. The various animals that die each year in the aforementioned Death Valley, up to 30,000. It is the greatest culprit in destroying the ecological balance in the world. Located in the ancient city of Pisa in central Italy, the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Church Square. It has a history of 828 years. The tower began to tilt when it reached more than half its height. The slope is 1.2 meters to 1.5 meters. It has been weathered for 820 years. It is expected to set a record of standing firm for 1,000 years, even 10,000 years. Malta, an island country in the central Mediterranean with an area of 316 square kilometers. There is a peculiar track with a groove depth of 72 centimeters. It extends all the way to a depth of 42 meters in the Mediterranean Sea. Say it's the tracks, but it shows a distinctly different fold. From ancient times to the present, generated over 20 conjectures about trajectories. None can be established. In California, USA, in the mountains next to Nevada, there is also a road that is 225 kilometers long. The width is 6 to 26 kilometers. Death Valley covers an area of 1,400 square kilometers. The cliffs on both sides of the canyon is very strict. In 1949, the United States had an exploration team looking for gold. Stumbled into Death Valley because of disorientation. Almost wiped out. A few people got away with it. But it didn't take long to die inexplicably. Since then, many groups of explorers have gone to reveal the secrets. Except for most who were buried in this valley. Survivors were unable to solve the mystery. It's incredible. This hellish valley of death is the paradise of birds and beasts. More than 200 kinds of birds, 10 kinds of snakes, 7 kinds of lizards. More than 1,500 species of animals such as wild asses live there. In peace and contentment, free and unrestrained. California, USA, near 30 degrees north latitude. On the outskirts of the small town of Santa Tex, there is a mystery zone. Here is a dense forest. All the big trees. Both tilt sharply in the same direction. People are no exception. People enter this place. They can't stand upright no matter what. Their body can't help but leaning in the same direction as the trees without falling. And move forward steadily yet swiftly. Walking effortlessly. Even objects falling from the sky, including the birds, are also tilted in one direction. All kinds of strange phenomena in the mysterious zone. Completely violates Newton's law of gravity. Bermuda is a strange place. Dozens of aircraft and more than 100 ships have met with unexplained disasters here. And not only that, there have also been many rumors of people vanishing through time tunnels in Bermuda, only to reappear suddenly and be rejuvenated. All around the world, when people say Bermuda, you get really creepy. A scientific community believes that this place is likely to contain a massive meteorite. About 1,500 years ago, a huge meteorite hurtled from space and crashed into the Atlantic Ocean. This large meteorite is like a large black hole. Has great appeal. Even light can be attracted in. What about planes and ships? A meteor also once crashed in Belize on the Yucatan Peninsula, wiping out numerous living creatures on Earth. Its dust lingers over the Earth for a decade. Bermuda is not far from Belize. Whether it is doubly affected is unknown. If the theory that meteorites caused the Bermuda Triangle holds true, so can the various bizarre phenomena near the 30 degrees north latitude line also be explained by the meteorite theory? The renowned Western scientist Herbig once put forward an astonishing theory. Over the course of its 4.60 billion years, 4 satellites were captured successively. That's 4 moons. These 4 moons correspond exactly to the 4 geological eras on Earth, confirmed with 4 major changes in the Earth. The moon we see today is the 4th satellite of the Earth. The first 3 moons eventually crashed down because they orbited too close to Earth. They exploded before crashing into 3 locations just north of the Earth's equator. Destroyed the spirit of all things in the world. The Earth is also deformed. Formed the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. 3 moons landing center. Except for the Indian Ocean. The other 2 massive moons. All were around 30 degrees north latitude. It not only formed the 3 major oceans, but also triggered drastic changes to the Earth's inner core structure. The orbit that causes the Earth to rotate and orbit the Sun are inclined. But some people think the Earth's orbit is tilted, caused by the melting of trillions of tons of ice and snow on Greenland, which covers an area of 2.1756 million square kilometers. That has made the Earth lose its center of gravity. Some people think the Earth is tilted. It is not due to these 2 major reasons. It's Earth's satellite, the Moon, at work. Because the Moon always revolves around the Earth. The Earth is bound by the Moon. And there's a lot of talk about that. But these theories deviate far from the core theme of the mysterious 30 degrees north latitude.